Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more of our Kenshi Fogmen only playthrough, episode 19 with the series here, and this is going to be a very eventful episode because I've got some great news. I have found where we are building the base, and it was right underneath my nose the whole time. I literally found the best location, but let's go ahead and get caught up first on what's going on. So Cup's in the trade group currently. Just past a bone dog den here. They're heading to meet up with the other group, and we're meeting here at this point. We're going to converge at this intersection, so both groups finally reunited, and it feels so good to have them back. You guys probably thought I was going to burst out in a song, didn't you? Yeah, so we're bringing the guys back. It'll be nice to have the groups back together. Another thing is Fog Heavy here. He's carrying a gorilla. So I was off camera and I was sending these guys this way, and I happened to bump into a gorilla that was fighting a mechanical spider in the middle of the woods, and the gorilla won, of course, but he took some pretty nasty hits, and we went over and kind of fought him a little bit, but it didn't take much to beat him down. And we were able to pick him up. A couple of people wanted to see me, look at how mean that thing looks. A couple of people wanted to see me tame one of these guys. They thought it'd be pretty cool to have, and I think it would as well. They do have a extremely high hunger rate. They eat food at a rate of 500%. So I may not actually go through with it. I haven't decided. They're very powerful. It'd be really cool to have one, especially if it goes elder on us, but I don't know yet. But let's talk a little bit about where the base is. So I had Alice here. I decided to run into the fog and just have her prospect some of these plateaus here, just because a lot of you guys in the comment section said that there was some pretty good locations in the Foglands. And I also had some people in the Discord kind of point out some plateaus that were worth prospecting. And yeah, that's right. I literally brought her over here to the first plateau to just prospect it and see what was there and kind of scope out the area. Literally right next to our home. I mean, that's why I said it's like right under our noses the whole time. And look at this area. First and foremost, the number one thing you'll notice is that it's pretty isolated. There's only like 2 ways to get up here. And that is this path here, and then this walkway up here. So we've got 2 natural choke points. I'm sure there's probably some other ways to kind of glitch or get up here, but those are like the 2 main choke points. And then when I prospect this, check this out, guys. Yeah, there's water all around us. This is down in the lower sections, but we can still pull some water out from here. You can see it's a little slightly different color. Fertility. Great fertility for growing in this area. We're going to have no problem getting some farms up. Stone, plenty of stone. No problem with building mats. Plenty of iron in this area. And we've even got a little bit of copper kind of farther away. There's a little bit here, but we don't need as much copper. That's probably the one thing this area is lacking the most of. But this is a fantastic area to construct our new base. So good job, Alice. Thank you for finding this location. Both of our groups now getting ready to converge in on this intersection where they will meet up and head off to the new base location, and we'll start setting up. So this is going to be kind of a base building episode. If it's something you might not be as interested in, then maybe this is an episode you might want to skip. But I'll be setting up the base during this one. I had asked off camera, or no, I'm sorry, not off camera. I'd asked on camera in my previous playthrough if people wanted to see the base building, and I had a lot of people say yes. So I want to show that off. But like I said, this episode is going to be primarily base building. So that's what we'll be focusing on. So if you don't want to see that, then you'll definitely want to skip. All right, let's go ahead and combine these groups back up. I don't want the trade group to exist anymore. I hate it. I hate its existence. So I just want to go back to having one big group for now. These guys are going to head up. Actually, I will keep the trade group somewhat because I'm going to have to go pick up materials from Dead Hive Overrun. I probably won't even keep Dead Hive Overrun anymore. Originally, it seemed like a great idea, but if our base is going to be that close to it and it's going to be right in the Fog Islands for recruiting, then Dead Hive Overrun has lost its reason for existence. The only good thing about Dead Hive Overrun will be that I can still go there real quick with Alice and just research maybe some better walls. I'd like to have some better walls versus the makeshift if I can. So that's probably the only main reason. I lied. This episode probably won't be just base building because we still don't have everything to base build. There will probably also be a little bit of scouting out as well, because I think I'll make a second group to head out and try to find some more research artifacts or something. We've got the agent lab right here, but we've already known how that's gone. Oh, also, where's my character here? Because I want to get a arm. I want to get my arm back. Oh, I forgot we were carrying Billy. Kugai's been carrying him forever now. Well, Billy should be good to go. We'll trade with him, and I'll get my arm, which will make me happy. Finally, I have an arm. Perfect. And then, yeah, let's get these groups together, and then I'll go ahead and split them up later. So let's just get them put back together for now. Penguin is our other medic. I want our medics to be kind of together. Scoops, Sir Camo. We've got one Fog Heavy that needs to be named, and that's about it. All right, so trade group. Let's just call this resource group for now, because that eventually will end up being something. I don't have anybody in there, but when I do. All right, this Fog Heavy has this Gorillo, and 500% food is a lot, so I'm not crazy about keeping it yet, but I don't want to drop it. We could always go pick up a new one though if we needed to. All right, let's head into the fog and head to our new base location. Who's fighting over here though? What do we got? Some hungry bandits fighting some scrawny cannibals. Funny. The hungry bandits fighting for their lives. The scrawny cannibals fighting for their meal. All right. Yeah, so this will be a really good base location. Primarily, the most important thing about it will be that we'll be able to continue recruiting Fogmen right out of the Fog Islands and building our Fog Army. We can get them geared up, trained up, all right there on that main area. And then we'll be able to just head out and do stuff from there. Now, we're really close to Mongrel. And while we don't have any ability to be able to attack Mongrel right now, maybe in the future we could consider going down there and raiding it a bit. If we get a large enough Fog Army and we could take Mongrel out, that'd be pretty useful. There's probably a lot of really good weapons and armor that we could loot or thieve or scavenge out of Mongrel. So I see that being something that's probably going to happen in the series at some point. Mongrel will be very hard to take. It is well defended. After all, you got to remember that Mongrel here has been fighting the Fogmen since its existence. So it's something that we need to consider. Beep is there as well, but he's not a Fogman, unfortunately. What do you got? What are you guys fighting here? What do you got? Who's that? A Shinobi Guard from Mongrel. Ooh, he's actually got some good gear. Probably. Well, this is right outside Mongrel. So we'll come back down at some point. We got some people being consumed down here. Looks like a Holy Nation Outlaw, and there is a lot of guys down here. Ooh, this prince is recruitable. All right, let's have Ilium here. You'll break away real quick. We'll have you go and recruit this prince then, if that is the case. Awesome. So we just grabbed ourselves another Fog Prince. It's always good. Our Fogman army grows. Nice. So this is down here. This is actually a nice location down here too. As opposed to up there on the plateau. I actually like this location maybe a little bit better. It's significantly more flat. And there's no fog, and there's only one way in, it looks like. Oh, two ways. We've got this way and this way. These are the only two ways in here. This might be a good location as well. Oh, that's not true, actually. You can get around from... You can get down from here, too. So there's 3 ways in. Let me send Alice down here just to prospect this as well. But there's iron down here. Small iron resource. There's an iron resource there. Is there copper? I don't know. Don't think so. It's definitely flat. Good water, great fertility, not as good of stone, good iron, no copper down here. I think our location up there is a little bit better, even though this is flatter and we could build a nice base here. I kind of like this up on the plateau. I mean, it's just as flat, you know. There's a little bit of bumps, but we can maybe figure out creative ways to make this area work. But I definitely like it. It's a cool spot for sure. Alright, let's put together our resource group. It's going to require Bully, Billy, Cups, anybody that can carry stuff. And then we'll send some people with them. Alice does, she'll go back with them, because I think I'm going to have her do some research. We'll send the Fog Prince and the Fog Heavy, because they can get names, potentially. And we'll send Diablo and Scoops and Nara to protect. And Kugai to lead it. Alright. So this group's just going to wait up here for now. They've actually got some people they're carrying. Why don't we go ahead and drop these guys? Because I think they're good to go. Might be a little injured. Alright, and let's send you guys off. Who's the slowest? It's going to be that Fog Heavy with the Gorillo. He actually is better off staying here, but I wanted to give him a name. Well, no, he can actually recruit that there, so he probably should go. If I want to recruit it, I guess I do. We can always get rid of it if it ends up being a problem and eating, like, too much food. I am almost positive I'm going to send a group up to the Leviathan Coast to just, like, farm meat 24/7 and run it back to Dead Hive Overrun. Alright, so while they're heading off, I do want to take a quick second to lay this out. There we go. So, it's not that flat, really, but it is a good location. This is obviously significantly more of a flatter location, and it had just as good of fertility, just not as good as stone. What about for walls? I know we don't have the good walls yet. But how would I wall this off? Because I'm either debating on staying within the confines of this more flat location or trying to wall right around the whole plateau. Which it looks like I can kind of do. It sucks that in Kenshi, the building portion of the game is super just, I don't know, nasty. Like if I go like this, that's not too bad. So we might just stick along this whole ridge. When we get to this area here, we'll cut it across maybe. This is copper here. So I'm paused, let those guys travel. As I look around, or sorry, is this copper or iron? There is some copper here, just a little bit. So I can come right up. I mean, we can mine the copper outside the base, not a big deal. I can come up and down, put the gate right here, back up onto this ridge, follow it all the way around, and come to here. I'll build a gate here, but I'll build a gate down here as well, and I'll put most of my defenses in there. I'll probably build like a inside gate area as well, which will be like a sort of kill box area. And that's where all of the shooting will happen, when I put the crossbows up on the walls. The Fogmen that roam the area will be great protection for us as well. Anybody that comes to raid us will constantly run into these groups of Fogmen. So yeah, I kind of like this. See right there's a group of Fogmen. They just got done attacking something. They're attacking something down there, so we'll never have to worry about, you know, being attacked or anything like that. I mean, we will get attacked probably, but these Fogmen will constantly be helping us. So yeah, I like this. Yep, I could do like a gate. I could do a gate here, then do maybe like a inner wall, drop it down and across, and do another gate. All right, let's go, guys. Inside. Ooh, hold on. What do we got here? Just some hungry bandits. Oh. Okay. Just let them pass. Mainly because it'd just be a waste of time to attack them. Alright, lots of this stuff needs to be unloaded, but I'd like Alice, if she can, to do a little bit of... Let's see, a little bit of researching. If we, at least just for the better walls, that, if I, can I get it? Can I get the better walls? Because that would be great, because I'd hate to rebuild, but I can rebuild. We need 6 books. I currently have 4. I only need 2 more. I don't think, believe it or not, I have 2 more. I might have found 1. I've got all of this, but it's got to go back with us. Did Bully have any books? He's got 1 book. Damn. So close, yet so far. Yep, needs research bench level 2 as well. And 6 books. What's it take to build the... Because I still haven't found what builds the stuff for repairing these. I know I need parchment. And there's like a thing you can build. It must be like tech level 3 or something. Well, we can still get a base up. We just won't have turrets, but I think we'll still be able to defend it regardless. Not a big deal. So there's nothing else here I really need except for farming basics. So let's go ahead and get farming basics. We got plenty of notebooks for that. Alice will get right on it. Meanwhile, what do you guys have for space? I'm going to leave the research stuff in here because we're going to need it. And everything that we have in here we need as well. In fact, he's pretty much full of gear. Cups is carrying a bunch of food. And Kugai's carrying a bunch of other stuff. Let's go ahead and drop this stuff off with Billy. So like I said, we don't really need Dead Hive Overrun then. Its existence just doesn't have to be there. We'll grab this broken AI stuff. At some point, we'll need to fix those. If we're going to get more advanced tech. Let's dismantle our sleeping bags. We'll need those. Who's got a bigger inventory here? Let's get this Fog Prince up here. You actually can go get equipped with some gear. You might as well. It'll make some room anyways. Let's give you some mercenary plate. What do I want you to be, by the way? You're pretty good with blunt and sabers. We've got a couple of different weapons. What do we have for armor? Some high-grade leggings. And you go ahead and give you that because you'll look cool. Do we need somebody else with more sabers? We've got this desert saber. It's pretty good. What would be handy to have? We've got some people with katanas and pole arms. We do need some ranged people, but I'll get somebody else to do that. We've got a moonsickle. And the Leviathan Slayer. He probably can't wield it. Well, 50 out of 45. He might be able to manage it. It'll build his strength up over time. He'd be really good with it if he managed to get this up. It's got great blunt damage. Let's have him wield it. Let's see how he does with it. Ooh, holy crap. Speak of the devil, now's a great chance for him to try, maybe. No, the bulls pretty much cleaned that up. Alright, well, he's set and ready. Do we have that? Let's see, this Fog Heavy's been equipped with gear. So everybody else is set. Alright, let's see if we can recruit this Gorilla and try it out. Like I said, we'll just dismiss him if we decide we don't want him. Here, get him on the pole. The Gorilla nods, accepting defeat. Nod back. You both nod and form a bond. That's easy enough. Alright, let's get one of you guys as the Gorilla, I guess. Hopefully, I'm not, like, kicking one of you guys out later on. Oh, man. So let's go ahead and put, here. Next on the list actually is Quasar. So, hey, Quasar, I know you're watching, so you're gonna be the Gorilla. Gorilla, I mean. Friend. Okay. And let's get this Gorilla. Let's hurry up and get him off here before he gets eaten. Because I know those Fogmen, that Fog Prince is already sprinting here. Whenever I put something on these poles, they instantly start running here. Kind of risky to do this when I don't have somebody here with good lockpicking, but we'll get him off. They won't get him eaten all the way anyways. There. Alright, so Quasar has been released. He's definitely slow. Hopefully he speeds up, or are they always this slow? He's got really high athletics, so I don't know why he's so slow. His leg injury. Okay, that makes me feel better. We could probably splint that. Tarsus has a splint kit. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes for us. We got the farming, huh? I think we're ready to set this up. Kugai, go ahead and grab all of this stuff. Actually, you'll just put it on one of these guys here. Probably Billy. I was actually just loading stuff up on Kugai, like really. I don't know why I was doing it like that. Okay. Alice, you're fine the way you are. This is empty now. You can dismantle this. And let's go ahead and grab the rest of our stuff. That's right, the sleeping bags have to be picked up because I can't technically transfer them any other way. So all of this here, we've got some bolts and everything. Boy. Do we have the room? Not really. Arrange this here. Let's put all the electrical components on you. All the extra medical supplies. You can't fit the arm, though, unless I make room for it, which I can do. Alright, and then how about here? If I could stack some of this, which if I find a body, I could put it all on there. And that would help. That would make a lot more room. We don't have the room for the armor. We'll have to come back for the armor and weapons for sure. But that means I have to build some bases too. But we do have some building mats, right? I'm hoping we have enough to make everything we need to make more building mats. If not, we'll just be heading off someplace to get them. We know Leviathan Coast there's a ton of building material. Eventually, I'll head that way and grab that too. There's a little bit more room. But let's just come back for this stuff on another time. Actually, I will dismantle these chests because there's nothing in them. So I can get this building material too. But yeah, we'll come back for the rest of it. Alright, let's go set our base up. We'll follow Quasar since he's got the injured leg. Yeah, so those weapons and armor that are in there, they're not going to go anywhere. We'll be safe to come back for it. Fogmen bringing a Holy Nation outlaw back to the Dead Hive overrun. Maybe not being there at that base will eventually cause it to sort of flourish, because I think us being there has caused more damage than done good. Alright, so we already know we're going to build, whilst I'm waiting for these guys to head back, we already know we're going to build the walls sort of around this ridge and make this base nice and big so I can have plenty of space to do manufacturing and everything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and take a couple minutes to test on the spot here and just see like where people can come up and down. Aha, so people can head up this wall, which is exactly why we're going to just wall this whole ridge. But that's good to know. And then we know over here as well, this is actually really green here. Is this like technically really fertile or something? I mean, this whole area is really good. Look at that, lots of copper too. But that's the copper here, right? So, resource group, what are you guys doing? You have one job. Oh, Cups. Cups is just stuck. He'll be alright. Oh my god, a Frog Praetorian. Is it recruitable though? No. Bummer. No, Kugai, I lied. Stay with Quasar. We're just grabbing Cups up. Alright, so obviously this ridge here as well. Where can you go from here? Can you even go anywhere? Yep, looks like you can come all the way down here. Maybe some more copper resources down here as well. Look at all these Fogmen. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, look at these groups of roaming Fogmen. It's going to be great for us to have them running around. Alright, and then these guys, where are they coming up? Because is there another area over here I don't know about? Nope, looks like they're kind of stuck. They're gonna come back around. So there's no area they can get up over here. Oh, and there's a really big iron resource here that I didn't even know. Nice. That is a fog heavy we can recruit, so let's grab them. Wait, hold on. What's this? If there's a fog prince I can grab, I'd much rather do that. Nope, just another fog heavy. We'll grab this one then. The more the merrier. We're trying to get as many people into our group as possible. I can't wait to get more names of you guys in here. I'm so excited. We're going to have to get some more regular Fogmen too. They're going to be the people working our base and more than likely manning our turrets. Alright, we'll get this fog heavy equipped with some gear in a minute. The main group is now up here. We're going to start laying out the base. There's a couple of things that are more important to get established. So, Tarsus, why are you so hungry? You don't have any food on you, sure, but you're... Oh, you're not in a group that has food either. Okay. Well, let's change that. We'll go ahead and throw Cups into this group since he didn't really do anything anyways. And he's got a ton of food on him. Where is Cups, by the way? Come on, Cups, let's go. Yep, he's got a ton of food, so... There we go. The tame beasties seems to, like, make the AI kind of funky. Alright, Alice, you're going to do a pretty large portion of our building, I think. I could have other people do it too, but... 500%. Are you going to eat all of our food? Because I'm concerned. We have a lot of food, but I really don't want it to all get eaten. Oh, Alice has a bunch of crap on her too. She doesn't have any armor. Alright. Well, I can have me do some building too. I just want to open up my backpack some. I would go ahead and drop this medical supplies off. And then I can pick some up later when I'm heading out on my journeys or whatever. Alright, so first things first, we need to get a rock mine set up. I think that's going to be probably the most important, so we can start getting building mats. We're going to need that, and then whatever it takes to get building mats. Let's see. Oh, there's the parchment processor. That's what I need, I think. And the writing desk. Ah, I found them. Okay. So we should be able to use this to build... manufactures animal skins to parchments. We should be able to rebuild our books. Okay, that's going to be perfect. So we will get our stuff set up after all. So maybe I will just build like a storm house or something to be able to work out of with some of this stuff. But let's definitely see what we've got. Do I not have anything? I haven't researched anything for industry yet. Okay, well that's not a huge deal. This takes 16 building mats though, and I don't have enough. The small shack only takes 5. I do have enough for the small shack, and I can go ahead and set up researching in that, and then we can research some stuff. So let's set that up. I'll grab the building mats for it and go ahead and start constructing it. Meanwhile, now that we've got our first outpost up, I just want to see if there's any chance. Okay, so no upcoming events. We'll see eventually if we get them. I'm curious if we'll get traders as Fogmen. I don't see why we wouldn't, because technically the game isn't treating us as Fogmen. It's treating us as like Hive, essentially, with Fogman's skin. Cups, you're actually genuinely killing me now. Come on, Cups. Up the hill you go. You got food, and Tarsus is hungry, and you're not going to like Tarsus when he's hungry. Alright, house is up. Like I said, the only thing we could really do in this house is we could set up just a research bench and everything, so we can start researching some of the industry stuff, and we'll get all of our books unloaded into that. This will just be a temporary base until we... Well, it's going to be a permanent base, but this will be a temporary thing until we can get other stuff built. So let's go down to tech and get the... We might as well just go for the research. Ooh, we can't. So we'll have to get the... Oh, we get the small research bench too. So we'll set that up. I'll go ahead and build that. Takes 5 iron plates. My character's on it. Or not. Trade with Billy because he's got all the iron plates on him. And then we'll get that up. Who had all the research stuff? Billy did, so we'll have him dump all of that, which will be good. Where am I going to raid next, though? Do I want to send somebody back up to the Leviathan Coast? The Lost Armory had a ton of building supplies, and if I empty... Well, it'll take a while for me to empty these guys out. I'll need the Storm House to do it, but if I can get one of these guys emptied out, then we could definitely do that. I can still use Dead Hive Overrun as a temporary area to store resources. Alright, Billy, we need you to store some stuff in here, so let's do it. All of the farm books, any research artifacts, anything we've got. And the blueprint, actually. I forgot we bought the exotic weapons blueprint. And you might as well throw this stuff in here, too. That's about everything. Get all these. I think these actually need to go into that one table, so we'll probably set that up. Let me see what that takes to build. Billy's got that. Does Bully have any stuff on him that was like the torn or destroyed? Doesn't look like it. So what's it going to take to build that? We need the parchment processor. That's actually really small, so that's not too bad. The writing desk we can put in here as well. Let me set this up. And that takes 1 building material. Sweet. Because I've got some parchment, so we might actually be able to start repairing some of these books. And if we could do that, then we can get the better walls and everything. All right, Tarsus, did you eat or not? Because Cups has food on him. There you go. So Tarsus is now eaten. But go ahead and put some of this food in your inventory, Tarsus. Then you got it. Oh, you see, you've got some stuff too. And animal skin. All right, so ancient science book and book. All right, we'll be able to get them. It takes 2 half-eaten books to make 1 plus 5 parchment. Okay. And if we go ahead and craft the parchment processor, which we could put right next to this or maybe on the other side of it for now. Which I'm assuming this is supposed to be bigger, but I mean, that's kind of weird that it looks like that. But if we say put it right here, where at least it can be accessed on one side, then I could build that. It takes 4 iron plates. We got plenty of that. Then we'll be able to turn our animal skin into parchment. And we've got plenty of animal skin. Plus more on the way. If we head to the Leviathan coast, which I think I want to do. Let's get it all condensed into one location. I started dropping parchment. Yeah, I kind of wish that I didn't, but it is what it is. All right, where did I go? Gotta finish this. So we're gonna need another regular Fogman recruited who can handle some of this. So animal skin and we get parchment. Okay, so we need a chest as well to store this. I guess a general storage chest. I don't know if I don't see any. Oh, there's probably one here for animal skin. I'm sure of it. Crops, food, liquid, small. Not liquid. Animal feeder, fish, fish products, honeycombs, ingredients, rations, and then all crops. Okay. Well, let's just build a general storage chest for now. This will probably be good enough to store animals and parchment and everything else in. I'll have to put Quasar in combat to see if he's really worth keeping or not. If Quasar, if you're watching and I get rid of you, I'll add you as somebody else. I definitely won't just, you know, completely get rid of you. That'd be kind of messed up. Oh. Okay, so all this can be stored, which would be nice. It could free up some inventory space anyways. And let me go recruit another regular Fogman, I guess. Who can sort of handle the bookmaking stuff. Since Alice is doing research, and I don't really want Alice doing everything. We'll go ahead and put this Fogman back at the home base. We'll throw Alice back at home base as well. Alright, Fogman, your job is going to be to operate the writing desk and the parchment processor. And you'll be able to get your stuff out of here. Go ahead and take a bunch of this, though, so you can make some parchment. Which I think will be great. So we can actually get some books repaired and do some research after all. This is going to be great. Oh, not the ancient, though. I'd rather you make the regular books. And as many as you can make, for sure. All right, awesome. So gonna end the episode off here since we're out of time. Like I said, wasn't a very eventful episode, but we finally have a base location and we've got the very beginnings of a base set up. There's still a lot of things to do though. I'm going to go ahead and probably do some research for the industry stuff. We can get the primitive stone mining. Actually, we only need one book for that, so we'll go ahead and start that. And then go, I'm not going to go for the improved stone mining just yet. But we're going to need the powered stone refinery. And we're going to need to get power. Let's see, powered stone refinery. Do we not have the stone refinery already? Primitive stone mining. Smithing. So we've got a bunch of stuff, and we're going to need some wind generators probably. What is the wind in this area? I don't remember checking. 6.6 miles per hour. That's pretty good. Is it any better if we like build a little bit higher up? I think the whole area is going to be 6.6. What if we're like up on this like ridge here? This one maybe. Yeah, so that's still good. We'll be able to utilize that. All right, perfect. So thank you all for joining me. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time.